Good evening, everybody. It's Steady Eddie here. It's Monday night. It is June the 26th. It's 9 o'clock. Hello, good evening, and welcome to everybody, wherever you are. And if you're watching this on replay, hello, good afternoon, good morning. Hope you have a nice day, and thanks for watching. Okay, so I'll just say hello to a few people here. Nice of people to already join. Richard O, good evening, mate. Nice to hear from you. Brian Street, no, Brian Street, what's that? No football or Lisa for me tonight. I don't know if it's the lesser of two evils, to be honest with you, but nice to hear from you, Brian. Richard O is heading out to Thailand in 2 weeks' time. Good for you, mate. I'll be driving out there. From where? So today I got my international driving. Oh, he's going to be driving when he's out. I thought he's going to be driving from his own country, like from UK to Thailand. That's a bit of a long. I suppose that is possible, but, but I wouldn't do it. I got my international driving license from the post office. Cost me $550 in the last 3 years. That's quite good value. Okay, well, good for you, mate. Good for you. John Mitch, he's mentioning sobriety here. Nice hot chocolate. John Mitch, hi Eddie, 3 months sober. It will be in a few days' time. If so, you deserve a medal. I'll get in touch with Rishi Sunak and see what can be done. I wouldn't want a bloody medal from him. No thanks. But anyway, thanks anyway, John. Donald Trump, evening, Edward. Nice to hear from you, mate. Sergio, hi Eddie, what do you think about Gambia, Africa? Friend told me it's great for mongers. It has the three sun, sand, and sangria. Oh, okay. Well, I've heard it's pretty good for all of that. I've heard it's good for. I actually glanced at flights to Gambia the other week, and but a lot of them are very, very long, and they go to other countries, and it's like anything. Flights are very, very expensive. I don't know. I mean, I've never actually been to that one. Yeah. Sceneries, nice to hear from you. Dickie B, even Eddie, have you done Bali, Lombok, and the Gillians yet? They look fantastic. I've done one out of those. I went to Bali, and I went there in the month of February. I believe it was January or February. I went to Bali, and they don't have a similar climate to the rest of Southeast Asia, because that's actually the rainy season there, and it was a lot of rain in Bali. And also, I wasn't really very keen on the place or the people, to be honest with you. But I've heard that the other places are very, very nice. Nice to hear from you anyway, Decky. Richie, though, have you done out of hot chocolate? Not just yet. I do believe in fairies. Martin Ryder, London Cab, Thailand. Nice to hear from everyone. Mark Hollow, hey Eddie, hope all is well on your side of the pond. Yes, that Channel Master 6 transistor pocket radio served me well back in the 1960s. Really? I wish I'd have had one of those then. I mean, I was always late with technology catching on. When everyone else had Walkmans, personal stereos. I got one about 20 years later, so I was always behind in personal technology. But I'm sure that must have been thrilling then. Nice to hear from you anyway. McLaren Clive, yes. Bobby Crush, Eddie has hit the bottle. Are you okay, Eddie? The bottle of what? A plastic bottle of ginger beer. I'll tell you what is happening. There's an awful lot of little bloody flies around right now. I don't know where they've come from. But I mean, there's one day in the year, isn't there, when all of these flies come out and the seagulls, swoop down on them. Is it today, is it? I'm seeing a lot of little nuisance mosquitoes. I don't know where the hell they're coming from. I see a lot of them around all of a sudden. Bottle Baby, nice to hear from you. Gemini Star, Niall M, Delayed Dave, nice to hear from you guys. Okay, Leo Malley. I had you back in Thailand now after a very arduous trip from Honaria in the Solomon Islands to Port Moresby in Papua New Guinea, then Port Moresby to Hong Kong, and Hong Kong to Bangkok. That sounds like a real adventure. That sounds absolutely terrific. Well, good for you, mate. It's all about adventure, mate. life's for living. So well done anyway. Reborn Itsy and Betty. Don't put too much sugar in that cocoa. I'll put a sweetness in there. Oh, lovely jubbly, lovely jubbly. What is it? Barry for me standards. Evening, chaps. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm sure that his shirt is a belter. No, it's an old but very, very comfortable one. It's I don't know what it is. Is that Guns N' Roses or something like that? Something like that. I mean, did you watch any of Glastonbury? I seen you know, a glimpse of Guns N' Roses, and the other week I seen a picture of what's his name, Axl Rose and Mickey Rourke together, and they look like a couple of old lesbians. You know, they look kind of weird. You know what I mean? Sean Harris, nice to hear from you, mate. Bent man, Michael Janaeus, even all from beautiful sunny Rhodes. Good for you, mate. That sounds like a wonderful place to be. I've been to Rhodes. It's a lovely, lovely Greek island, and good for you. I wouldn't mind being there. I went to Faliraki. I know, like, it's a lot of young people there, but also Rhodes town. It's a beautiful place. Good for you, mate. Good for you. I do like the Greek islands. Let's see. McLaren F1, the man, the machine. Can you not hear me? Can you not hear me? Let's see. Can you not hear me here? Why is this? Why is this? Can everyone hear me or not hear me? Whatever. What's going on? Let's see. Let's see. Can you actually hear me or not? Somebody said that they can't hear me here. That's no good. Okay, anyway. Let me see. Bottle Baby can't hear you. Okay. Whatever. Bottle Baby turned up. Yeah, okay. McLaren F1. I'm definitely not on Cronenberg. Okay. AG. Good evening, Ed. Hope you're well and enjoying the rain. No, it's nice and sunny here. Nice and sunny. Crypto Chris Card. Sobriety feels Tony Solo. Toby Price. Hello, Ed from Chonbury. Missed your shows for a while. Are you still in dry dock? Yeah, almost just about to touch 3 months of being sober, and I'm drinking hot chocolate, and I've no plans on going back to the booze. Now, when I next get abroad, whenever that will be, being in a hot climate, walking down a beach and whatever, I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. But what I do know is that, you know, I don't drink anymore because I really, really need the drink. I would drink for other reasons because it's a hot climate and you feel like it in a hot climate or to be sociable. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Carl D. Hi all. Looking forward to Magic of Thailand Festival next month in Manchester. Chang. Oh, good for you. Good for you, mate. Anyway, good for you. Yeah, Leo Malley says, Dickie, I've been to all three, and Bali was the worst. The others are stunning. So Gili Islands and Lombok were stunning, whereas Bali was the worst. Okay, I went to the worst one then. Yeah, Bobby Crush. Eddie, it started with a kiss. Was a smash hit for which band? Oh, now let me guess now. Oh, lovely hot chocolate. Yeah, I think that's about it, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, Run Easy Running Club. Good evening, Ed. Hope you're well. I see that Elton John has still got young at age 76 doing his first ever Glastonbury. I thought he'd done everything many times over. Elton John, some people say that Elton John is Britain's best ever musical artist. Well, that's a matter of debate. He's not my own personal favourite, but he was brilliant in the 70s. I was never ever a fan of his voice. But he wasn't. I didn't think he was a particularly good singer. But you know, his songs and his music, and you know, his collaboration with Bernie Taupin and all of that kind of stuff. I mean, he made some brilliant songs in the 70s. But what it is with these ancient, 70, 80-year-old, musical performers like the Stones and McCartney and Elton John, they wow people. They're like a museum piece. They wow people when they're at places like Glastonbury, and I think they've all been at Glastonbury now. And it's all the affections, the history that goes with it, and that's one. But what people are, don't want to mention is the fact that these people haven't made a decent hit record for donkey's years. I mean, when was the last time the Rolling Stones actually made a great record, or McCartney for that matter? Yeah, I mean, the people still want to see it, but I don't want to see a 76-year-old prancing about the stage. Don't get me wrong, I'm not being disrespectful to Elton John. He was, a wonderful artist in his day, but I personally wouldn't go out my way to see him. Sean Harris, nice to hear from you, mate. Ed, I've been going through your back catalogue, watching your videos on Vietnam. Thanks for that. People keep saying to me, Ed, have you ever been to Vietnam? There's lots of videos on my channel from Vietnam if you go deep in the past. Heading out to Hanoi on the 16th of October, traveling down to Saigon via Hue and then on to Thailand. That sounds bloody good. From Hanoi, traveling down to Saigon via Hue and then on to, yeah, absolutely. There's lots of places you can travel. Vietnam's a long, thin country and depends how you're traveling, but sounds great to me, mate. Good for you. And I've heard, I haven't really read up on it, but there are rumors now, isn't there, that Vietnam is they bringing in a 3-month tourist visa. That sounds good. That's it's got to be considered, doesn't it? Delayed Dave. Bali is a nightmare. Lombok is okay, as are the Gillies, but much better islands in Indonesia, such as Sulawesi. I must do Indonesia sometime. Must do Indonesia sometime. I've been to Bali, and that's about it, really. But Clarin F1, all flies should die. Where are these little bastards coming from? I mean, there's one day a year when all these flies just appear out of nowhere, and I don't know where they come from. Let's see. David Martin, nice to hear from you. David Martin, Mark Owen. I posted my column about it on Facebook and assumed you read it. I did read the column about the pocket radio, and it brought back great memories. Wonderful memories. And when you're a kid and you go into the record store or you pass a shop and you're gonna get your first cassette player, it brought back wonderful memories of that. Cheers, mate. Anyway, I mean, Mark writes a great column in called Bits and Bytes. I read it every week on Facebook. Well worth a look anyway. So cheers for that anyway, Mark. Let's see. And if you want to know anything about technological telecommunications, Mark is the expert. Absolutely. And okay, Ian Bowden, Mrs. Mention, YouTube don't want us talking about that. They don't want us talking about that. So it basically, but I don't really get, because that's a massive, it's a massive subject, and basically what YouTube don't want us doing is mentioning anything about the current, Eastern European war. Well, for one thing, there's a lot in the on the TV about it, but they think if we're making light of it, which I wouldn't do anyway. But if anyone makes light of it, then they'll pause monetization and then we won't be able to pay our electric bill and all this kind of stuff. It's a bit too sensitive a subject there. Yeah, let's see. Ian Bowden. Good that GNR turned up on time on Saturday. They have a terrible history for turning up late. Guns N' Roses were a great band in the day. Why did they ever, they were a great band. Why did they ever go, depart, really? I thought they all fell out at one time. Oh well, that was lovely. That was lovely. Absolutely wonderful. Anyway, what was going to say? Oh yeah, from what I've seen on Glastonbury. What's her name? Someone else turned up late. She got booed for it. What was her name? Lana Del Rey. Lana Del Rey. Yeah, you know, wonderful, gorgeous girl, wonderful singer, made some nice songs. Lana Del Rey. Oh, I do like Lana Del Rey, but God, I do. It's just, all right, this is not the most gentlemanly thing to say, but hasn't she put on weight? God almighty, hasn't she put on weight? I think she's eating too many chocolates. Is she eating too many carbohydrates or drinking or whatever she's doing? Yeah, you know, but she's a beautiful one. But you know, she made the appearance at Glastonbury a few years ago, wonderful. But hasn't she put on weight? Oh, go on a diet, girl. Go on a diet. Audio good. Today, Dave, sound is okay. Yeah, perfect. Someone was saying they can't hear me. Paul Hoskin, nice to hear from you anyway. Nice to hear from you. David Coleman. Etty, I'm with my Filipino, you jammy. She wants to say hi. Hi to your Filipino lady. Good for you, mate. Anyway, good for you. I hope you're both having a lovely evening. Leeds is here. Nice to hear from you. Yeah. Bintman, just got back from Thailand Sunday morning. Had a great time, but it's feeling a bit like Groundhog Day. I think I need a couple of years break from the place to get that excitement back again. Well, you know, me too, mate. You know, me too. I mean, I mean, right now I don't really feel enthusiastic about anything. One of the things, one of the things is I think being off the booze has made a little bit of difference, you know, with regards to me traveling. I mean, I haven't traveled the last 3 months since I came off the booze, but I'm kind of wondering what will travel be like without the booze. I mean, yeah, you know, how am I going to walk along a beach and build up a sweat without having a cold beer afterwards? I'm still not sure. So I think the fact is that I lack enthusiasm at this moment in time. Yeah, lack enthusiasm for travel. I think going teetotal has got something to do with it. You know, Kiki and Jasmine, when you were abroad again, try non-alcoholic cocktails. It works for me. Okay. I mean, yeah, okay. Cheers. Thanks for that. Barry from EastEnders. Read The Good Drinker by Adrian Charles. Basically goes into how to limit your drink and says how you don't have to give up completely. Might be a good read for the plane journey to Thailand. Okay, yeah. I mean, honestly, I mean, really, I mean, I can't believe I've actually given up the booze. I mean, just almost 3 months, 3 months ago, because I didn't think I could live without it. But yeah, it's all or nothing with me. If I tasted booze again, I mean, you know, maybe the old habit would come back. I don't know yet. I have to think very, very carefully about that. Let's see. McLaren. I think Freddie was the best. Freddie Mercury, you mean? I think Freddie Mercury was a wonderful singer. Wonderful singer. Bottle Baby. I can fly to Cebu, Philippines for 112,000 points. Okay. Good for you, mate. Gemini Star. Tom Jones is a better singer than Elton John. Yeah, that's right. But Elton John was more of a complete artist. Yeah, you know, because he was a composer and you know well as a singer. But Tom Jones, oh, I mean, other people wrote Tom Jones songs, didn't he? I don't think he wrote his own song. But Tom Jones is magnificent, marvelous singer. Mark Ollie, Britain has had many great artists and bands over the years. Damn right, absolutely. I mean, really, I mean, they're absolutely one. I'm not really keen on the idea of old age pension. I mean, very, very old age pensioners, you know, performing on stage wearing silly trousers. I'm not really, you know, but Britain's legacy of rock music is second to none, no doubt about it. Gemini Star, Freddie Mercury, legend. Okay, absolutely. I'll go along with that. Martin Ryder is sitting on a hot beach in Thailand, and that ice cold Heineken is served up in a frosted glass and will slip down like silk negligee of Caroline Monroe's freshly waxed body. That is lovely. That is very, very nicely put, that, Martin. That is so good that I'm going to have to read that one out again with a bit of aplomb. I would have to read that with a bit of aplomb. Here we go. Sitting on a hot beach in Thailand, and that ice cold Heineken is served up in a frosted glass and will slip down like silk negligee of Caroline Monroe, freshly waxed body. No, actually, I think that sounds more like bloody Hannibal Lecter, that does, okay? But it was an attempt. Let's see. Mark Oller, Tom Jones still has the pipes at 83, but can he wear the silly trousers? Yeah, he's a great performer. Wonderful Tom Jones. Wonderful Tom Jones. I think another guy who has a wonderful, probably maybe even, well, maybe not quite as distinctive a voice as Tom Jones, but I think Tony Christie, the British singer Tony Christie, had an amazing voice, wonderful, wonderful voice, but he never really had the same charisma as Tom Jones. That's a pity of that. But Tony Christie was also a wonderful, wonderful singer. Let's see, Bin Man, I think you were struggling not drinking over there, Ed. I don't drink in England, but I couldn't sit in a bar with a bottle of water with hot chicks sitting next to you. Yeah, I'll go along with that, mate. Go along with that. Mister, should be a lot of money in Indonesia now. What with Obama robbing the U.S. Treasury and signing up charter with you, whatever. Yeah, okay, well, thanks for that information anyway. That was him saying that, not me, in case any lawsuits come along. Dave Andrew, you're just back from Koh Chang, 2 weeks holiday, back again in September, monsoon season. I'm fat now, 78 kilograms. 78 kilograms? Fat? Well, what the hell am I? How can I lose weight? I want to be 70 kilograms next time. Well, if I knew the answer to that, then I'd do it. But I'm well more than that. I'm well more than that, mate, Dave. 78. I wish I was bloody 78 kilograms. Yeah, Matthew Cartwright, good evening. Good evening to you. Bottle Baby, the Eagles have the son of band members in place of the original artist. That would be interesting. That would be interesting. I saw a picture. Did I see a picture? I'm sure it was on MSN of Arnold Schwarzenegger's son. And he's a big bastard as well, he's like father, like son. He's a big bastard. But I kind of wonder, will Arnie encourage him to take steroids? Because Arnie, I think he admitted it. AG, Ed, lime and soda's a nice drink for when you get out there. I'm sure it is, but I don't think anything can compete with a cold beer, really. Bottle Baby, checked up on a tourist visa. Checked up on a tourist visa a few days ago, and it seems to have died on the vine. Are you talking about the so-called Vietnam 3 month tourist visa? Are you saying that the rumor has died? Is that what you're saying? Something like that? I haven't really investigated that. Oh, S4 Travels. S Travels 4K here is it? He has a great channel. Been watching some of his stuff on Rome and all kinds of other exotic places. Good evening, Ed, and all from south of France, all as well. So you're going to be doing some filming in the south of France. Do you know what? When I was a kid, the south of France, Saint-Tropez, was the first place that I heard of where on the beaches the birds get the teddies out. It was synonymous with Brigitte Bardot, but also with girls getting the teddies out. Wow, this place, where the girls get the teddies out. You know what I mean? I've got to go there one of these days, but apparently they do it all over the place. I've seen them do it all over the place, except for Muslim countries and some other places. But yeah, good for you, mate. Ain't it good for you? And have a lovely time. I wouldn't mind being there. Martin Ryder, it wouldn't be Thailand without a nice cold beer. Okay, it wouldn't be Thailand without a nice cold beer. I'll go along with that, but the only beer I like out there is the Heineken. I don't like the Chang, or not really keen on the Singer or Leo either, to be honest with you. Ian Bowden, Ed, if Heineken did a zero alcohol beer that tastes like the normal one, then would you buy that instead of the normal one when you get a thirst in a hot country? Yeah, I would. If it was zero alcohol, then it's not an alcoholic drink, is it? if it's zero alcohol and it tasted like the normal one, yeah, I'd go along with that. I'd go along with that, definitely. Sean Harris, Bali, Kuta Beaches, Torremolinos, Ferrari. Oh, it was full of rubbish when I was there. Yeah, Toby Price. Who's that behind you? Freddie Mercury, Johnny Ramone, and Wendy O. Williams. Well, I know of Freddie Mercury. That's definitely Freddie Mercury. I wasn't so sure about the other two. Let's see. I do believe Fairs. I thought him out of Aerosmith looked like that because of pharmacy products, but he's knocking on a bit, aren't we all? I know they are really. Mark Oleg, I'm just a street writer, folks. Mark does some fantastic information. I've learned a lot from reading Mark's column. Absolutely. Yeah, it's fascinating stuff. Let's see. What Bobby Crush? I think a lot of flies come from bins in restaurants, pubs, and cafes, and communal bins, the flats, etc. A few weeks of heat. I don't know, but I've never bloody seen. I don't know where they've come from. I've left the window open to get some some fresh air in. And all of these flies are bloody coming. I've never seen them here before. Don't know where they've come from. Martin Ryder just discovered Eyes of Owen. Very good, but he's good. He's good. I'd like him to come on here and do a live stream. I really, really would. He's cool. I met him when I was in Pattaya as well. Good guy. He does a really, really good channel. David Mayer, you have to say Fed. You have to say Fed. What do you mean? I have to save. I have to save. That. No, that's not a problem. A problem anyway. Bobby Crush. All right, we'll go on this. Go along with this one. I think we are very close to war in Europe. The French army have just been issued white flags. Okay, like it. Bobby Crush. I always pray for heavy rain and flowing mud when Glastonbury's on. Middle class lefty hotspots. Okay, fair enough. Martin Ryder. Glastonbury full of rich kids trying to look cool with daddy's credit card. Average 5-day budget was around £1,000. £1,000 is bloody cheap in this day and age. People spend £1,000 for a lot less than that, mate. A hell of a lot less. Brian Street. Can anyone tell me how porcupines have sex? Well, don't they use their prick? Oh, okay. Just made that one up. Martin Ryder, get David Coleman on the stream. Okay, he volunteers one of these days. Kiki and Jasmine, lots of YouTubers are heading over to rival platforms now. YouTube has become a nanny platform. It has become a nanny, but then they'll all become nanny platforms. At the end of the day, you can't beat Google and YouTube. It's YouTube isn't as full frontal, no holds barred as it used to be. But then it's a business, isn't it? Once they start earning money from it, they have to appease the advertisers. And there's something about the female form. I mean, British. I mean, in Britain, we've always been a bit more saucy about the female form than America. I mean, here we have Benny Hill. I mean, when I believe, many years ago, when Benny Hill was shown in America, a lot of it was censored because it was a bit too much cleavage for American TV. I mean, when Britain showed a 70s movie on TV that had tits in it, we'd show the tits on TV. Whereas in America, they'd edit that scene out or they'd blur over it. So even you still see it now with YouTube. You can do a few things on YouTube and get away with it. But if you show a bit of cleavage or a bit of nipple, they don't like it. There's just something wrong with that anyway. I mean, I love the female form, you know what I mean? But I mean, I've got videos where, which you would like to see, wet t-shirt and all that kind of stuff. I just know they'd love to see them. But they get me into trouble if I put them on YouTube. McLaren, Any Lana Del Rey song needs to be paired with the Samaritan's phone number. Yeah, yeah, okay. I'll go along with that. She was a lovely kid. Yeah, but I mean, you can say that about other people like Leonard Cohen and people like that, can't you? You know, some people you have to be in the right frame of mood. If you're in the right frame of mood for Lana Del Rey, you know, she's very, very good. But I was just thinking, why do people let themselves get like that? You know what I mean? Yoz travels. Nice to hear from you, Yoz. I hope all's well. Yoz is in Liverpool and he's enjoying the sun. He's playing golf and everything like it. Ian Bowden, Lana Del Rey is pathetic to turn up 30 minutes late due to her hair taking longer to do. Her fans missed out on her two very good songs, including video games. Well, it's not professional, is it? You know, you don't turn up late for your fans. You know, absolutely. David Coleman, Martin, I'm going to call in one day. Okay, well, you know, welcome to you, welcome to. Well, if you give me your Facebook thing, we can call in on Messenger, on Messenger, and you can appear on StreamYards. Sean Harris, although many years ago I travelled to Indonesia, I would like to revisit, but worry all the places where they become tourist traps. Banjo visit at Borneo was one of my. I haven't been there. I haven't been there, so I can't really comment. K-Pax, nice to hear from you, mate. Nice to hear from you. Crypto Chris cards. Why are flights to Thailand so expensive, even though it's low season and many bars are empty? Yeah. I did see a video. What was his name? Somebody done a video, and it did look you know, pretty dead out there. That's probably not that unusual. Yeah, you know, there's a bit of a recession on now. People are skint, and if you're gonna go all the way to the other side of the world for a holiday, you want to go there, you know, when it's you know, when it's peak season and the weather's guaranteed and all of that. Yours Chavez, you can't go travel in Thailand and be off the booze. Just be strong and drink 2 to 3 times a week. I keep saying this, but I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. Yeah, I know what you mean, mate. I know what you mean. Let's see. Mister, most rival platforms require full-time high-speed connects. I mean, that one, what's it called? BitChute. Apparently, that you know, that's a bit more over the top. You know, you can show the stuff on there, but who watches BitChute? At the end of the day, you can't beat you know, YouTube. It's still the biggest platform out there. Sean Harris, Rocky Horror or Tommy? Oh, I like both of them. I like both of those musicals. Terrific. I think Tommy was probably the better, more classier musical, because The Who was terrific. Whereas, but the Rocky Horror, yeah, I like the Rocky Horror as well. Excellent. Wanderer, PJ Proby is one of the best. I never don't remember, I think, any of his songs, to be honest with you. Ian Bowden. So Nicola Bully was confirmed to have drowned with no suspicious circumstance. The conspiracy theorists were wrong this time. Oh, it's very, very sad what happened to her. Anyway, you know, very, very sad what happened to her. You know, that's for those who don't know, that was a lady who went walking with a dog in there and went missing for weeks. And then the police found the body. You know, really, really dreadful. Let's see. Toby Price, I work in the rigs, no booze allowed. I am 2 cans down with a month off the beer. I'm 2 cans down with a month off the beer. Okay. Popcorn. Sounded John Arlott then, Ed. What was that? Was that my impression of something or whatever? Nice to have you, Popcorn. Bobby Crush. My favourite two singers are Susan Boyle and Lisa Dale. Obviously, I only sleep with Susan, but oh, that might be a bloody sandwich between them two. Yuck. Megan, don't forget the Father Beans and 1970s Caroline Monroe. I love Caroline Monroe. She's still around now. She's still around. I'm Madeline Smith and my other favorite, you know, of that era, Gabriel Drake. Wonderful, absolutely wonderful. Bobby Crush, Eddie's shopping weighs 78 kilograms. Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably probably right about that. Sean Adams, Ed, what about setting up a Facebook page using your private eye alias? We, the members, could post and chat about stuff on the page. Well, I have a Facebook, my real name, that horrible name which I hate, Edward Sweeney. Oh, God, oh, God. Why do I always put that bloody awful name? But anyway, that's what I am on Facebook. And if anyone wants to send me a message, and we'll appear, we'll appear on air, fair enough. Yours is hoping to get under 95 kilograms by November. Good luck to you, mate. Good luck to you. Good luck to you, mate. Martin Ryder, got to lose weight by October. Plan to be parlour ready. Okay. Mark Oliver, I'm trying to get back down to my original weight, 3.8 kilograms. I presume that was at bed. Listen, since we're talking about this subject of weight, since we're talking about this subject of weight, there you go. Now, this has been in the news a fair bit. Would you trust a new weight loss drug? Would you? I mean, would you rather go through the effort of losing weight? The sensible way, cutting down your food, doing a bit of exercise, or would you offer this new weight loss drug that they're banging on about in the news these days? Let's see, Bobby Crush. Everyone typed their ways into the chat. Okay. I do believe in fairies. I kept up the source on my Euro mini breaks in Poland and France, but 4 weeks in Orlando Smiles will be a toughie. Okay, fair enough. Your travels 18.6. Okay, yeah, Bottle Baby. Lots of info about the Vietnam visa in March, but now dead silence. I've heard a couple of rumors about it recently. It'd be interesting if it is. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind 3 months in Vietnam. I wouldn't mind that at all. Yeah, Ian Bowden. My first ever trip abroad was south of France with family at 14, 1981. Loved it, and bare boobs. Oh, wonderful. I mean, I didn't have holidays in them days. I had to watch. I had to watch the holiday program on BBC One at the time. There were plenty of boobs on there. I wouldn't have said no to that. Bottle Baby, too expensive to drink in first world countries unless you live in Japan or USA. Okay. So let's just go over it here. Yeah, Bobby Crush. Oh yeah, we're getting all erotic. I should really put on some seductive music here, shouldn't I? Yeah. Oh, okay. Seeing as we're getting all sort of sensual, let's put on some sexy music, eh? Let's put on some sexy music. Christmas, pastry, juicy pieces of I think that's enough of that. Was that more like bloody Jimmy Durante? That was it, by any chance? Okay. Sean Harris. Montpellier is a great place to base yourself in southwest France. Lots of beaches to visit. Really, funny enough, I've travelled through France, and but it's not. And I've been to Paris, but it's not really a country that I know that well. Ian Barron, how do people go for a loo when in the middle of those massive crowds such as Glasgow? Do they just wet themselves while standing? I think they want a number two. They'll probably queue up at the Porto places, but if they just want to, wiggle, they probably go around the back and do it there. That's what I would have thought. Anyway, I wouldn't like to do that. Or they just pay in the tent. It must be awful bloody cleaning that place up at the end of the weekend. David Mayer, you have to be safe when dealing with YouTube. Absolutely. So anyway, let's see. Yeah, Paul Hoskin, what's the best way to lose belly fat? Stop eating. Yeah, stop eating. Yeah, travel. Stop eating. Okay. Martin Ryder, they used to show titties on American TV in the 70s. Remember Super Dave Osborne from Bizarre? I remember that show Bizarre, yeah, but that was cable, wasn't it? It wasn't terrestrial TV. That, yeah, I know the one you mean, but it was like it wasn't like terrestrial TV. We used to get titties on terrestrial TV in this country. Bottle Baby, YouTube runs squeaky clean like the big movie studios. Unless you look behind the scenes at the whatever, you can get some full frontals on YouTube if you dig for them. If you dig for them, but there's nothing really. There's nothing really explicit. It tends to be 70s. I like 70 because occasionally you see a nice bit of hairy womanly bit, that sort of stuff. Gemini Star went to Motorhead show. Wendy O. Williams was special guest wearing a bikini on stage. Well, that sounds good. Ian Bound, did you see Billy Idol perform his Generation Sex? I only saw a minute or two, but he sounded. Was he on Glastonbury? I mean, Billy, they were a third-rate punk rock group, weren't they? Generation X in the 70s. They were third rate. They came in the aftermath of the Pistols and whatever. But then they kept going. They seemed to have a following, even though they were pretty crap. But amazingly, Billy Idol, became like a star some years later, didn't he? Yeah, David Mayer. Do not forget Barbara Steele. Barbara Steele. She was from Birkenhead, isn't she? Was in like the Vincent Price movies. Gorgeous woman, absolutely gorgeous woman. Okay, so anyway, yeah, John Mitch. I managed to get a flight Amsterdam to Bangkok, January, April, in premium economy for €1,080 on Lufthansa. I got collecting yeah. Okay, good for you, mate. Good for you. Good for you, mate. So anyway, would you trust a new weight loss drug? Am I behind time with all of these? Martin Ryder, we went on a family holiday to the south of France in the 80s. It turned out to be a nudist beach, mostly men. It was like Dick Soup swimming. Oh, yeah, I know that old men are obese people, aren't they? Usually, that's what you get, dirty old men, like, flashing the private parts and, oh, let's go. I don't like those. You tend to think it's going to be full of, like, lovely, voluptuous birds and all that, and it isn't. It's all full of whales or blokes. John Mitch, I've been on Ozempic for 12 months from diabetes. I've lost 34 kilograms. Wow, that's a bit of, which is 5 stone in old money. That's it. Well, good for you. Anyway, losing that weight, that's a hell of a lot of weight to lose. Good for you. Okay, sure, Nance. When you get to a certain age, it becomes so difficult to lose belly fat no matter what you try. Absolutely. Well, I mean, the question is, would you trust this new weight loss? I don't think I would. I'd rather make the effort and do it. because do it properly. Just cut your food. Because I know that I'm eating a fair bit of rubbish. I mean, I bought bacon when I last day. Got a co-op, not a co-op, an Asda's shop. I got lots of bacon and stuff, and I just haven't really enjoyed it. And sausages, and after a while, you know that you're eating unhealthy. So after I've finished all that stuff, I'm not going to eat any more of that. Toby Price, first time I saw Jugs on TV was Minder. Yeah, those 72, like the Sweeney and Minder, they did have titties in them, didn't they? It seemed to be the thing in them days, And I remember seeing this TV commentator saying that when he was young, he used to watch those programs partly for that reason, and I was thinking to myself, and I thought it was just me. I thought it was just me who watched for the tits. McLaren, yeah, I'm all for that. Martin Wright, remember Diane Keaton whopped him out on the Sweeney film? The Sweeney, Diane Keaton? No, not Diane Keaton. I think you mean Diane Keane, a British actress. I think that's who you mean. Diane Keaton, made movies with, was a famous American actress. Yeah, you're quite right. She did. She did get a knockers out. I know which one you mean. Gemini star Britney Spears is definitely shaven. Is she? I've heard. Didn't one of her minders as well say that she's also really really vulgar. I'm sure I heard something like that. Yeah, McLaren, Billy Idol was a legend. Well, I wouldn't go that far. London Cab, belly fat is the first thing to go on, the last thing to get up. Yeah, it is the most difficult body part. But fat to lose, definitely. Seaside Freddy, what is the new weight loss job? Well, it's been on. I've seen a few new. I can't remember what it's called, but it's been yeah. Yeah, it's been on the news a fair bit. Drugs to lose weight. It doesn't sound right. There's nothing better than physically getting your ass out of the gym. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, do a bit of exercise, but don't forget, for most people, and I'm one of them. Exercise is only a minority of what it takes. To lose weight. At the end of the day, you can't beat cutting down your food, cutting down your calories. You simply can't beat. It's all about what you eat, really. Well, baby, I lost weight after stopping Big Macs, double bags at 2 a.m. Okay. Brian Street, cut the sugar out, job done. Okay. Okay, good for you, mate, anyway. Skeeter, I'm not so sure that not sure that I can put that on the screen because that's medical stuff, isn't it? Yeah, David Mayer, public TV in the US in the 70s was sometimes showing it. Really, really. I mean, when you were young, you used to want to stay up late to watch, Mary Whitehouse was wonderful, wasn't she? Because she used to tell you what programs to watch. That program should be banned. It's full of full frontal nudity. I thought, what? That's it. I'm going to watch it from now on. Yours travels, porridge, fruit, vegetables, chicken and fish. Avoid bread, pasta, noodles, rice, potatoes, and definitely full English breakfast. Yeah, porridge, you're quite right. Porridge is actually one of the best foods for you. Problem is, I have it with sugar. I have it with sugar and milk, and that's probably not the best way. Yeah, let's see. Run Easy Runner Club. I have a client in his 50s. He's cut his food down. I'm making him walk 2 to 3 miles every day, and he swims now between 500 meters to 1500 most days. He's off 5 kilograms in 20 days. His aim's to, good for you, mate. Eh? Well done to him, anyway. Yeah, Mark Alec, I'm on a seafood diet. Yeah, I'm like that. Seafood and eat it. Yeah, absolutely. I know what you mean, mate. Sean Harris, eating like parrots is no fun. You have to enjoy life. Eat the things you like in moderation. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, Ian Barron, let's be honest, America has brought the problem of mass obesity into the world over the last century or so. Or am I wrong in this assumption? Well, I don't know. I mean, we've always had fat bastards in England anyway. Let's see. Mark Collins, 3 balanced meals a day work for me. Well, yeah, I only eat really twice a day. Really, twice a day. I can. It's all in the mind. It's all about you know. I mean, I had some really disappointing meals last week, and I thought that's it. I'm just not going to. And right now, I feel like I'm tightening up simply because I'm not eating like I'm not overeating right now. Yeah, you know, so I can lose the weight. I've lost a few pounds, but certainly could do it losing a few more. Paul Hoskin, I'm on a seafood diet. Chips, cheese, chicken, chocolates, cucumbers. Good for you, mate. Seaside Freddy, obesity in the US is particularly acute in the South. Is that right? Is that right? Okay. Well, so I think the consensus is, that you wouldn't trust a new weight loss drug. I wouldn't. I wouldn't trust a new weight loss drug. I wouldn't trust it. I mean, I'd rather even if lots of people would take it. I think pills for this and pills for that. The less pills, the better. I wouldn't. I'd rather say. I'd rather say no to Martin Ryder. Who wouldn't say no to a large heat and chips at 2 a.m. in the morning? Okay, fair enough. Bobby Crust, I heard that rye Vitas are great for diet. Oh, they're horrible then. So I started eating 5 packets a day. I'm heavier now than when I started. Sean Harris, have you ever tried fasting? Little bit, but no, I don't think it's really for me somehow. I just don't think it's really for me. Anyway, I'm going to have another cup of hot chocolate, and I'll be back in a moment. Yo! Steady Eddie back, okay? Let's see. Okay. Chocolates, ever talk about chocolates and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, a serious thing, okay? A serious thing. Right, now, let me just get this. Let me just write this one on. This is the question of the day, okay? Okay, we'll phrase it like that. Okay, now this is a serious This is a serious, serious doom and gloom topic. It's a serious topic. It's no laughing matter, this, but I think we talk about anything on here, so why the hell not? Why the hell not talk about it? Okay? Why the hell not talk about it? Okay, okay, okay. So today, Newport. Where's Newport? Is that where is that exactly? Is that one? It sounds like one of them places you wouldn't want to go to. Sorry if anyone goes from Newport, but just a joke. Anyway, Newport. Prince William and Jerry Halliwell. She was one of those Spice Girl things many years ago. Whatever happened to her? Prince William and Jerry Halliwell launched homeless scheme. Okay, now there's a pic of Prince William and Jerry Halliwell. There's a pic of the two of them together. Okay. So basically, what it is, Prince William. It's been in the news today. Has launched a war on homelessness, and he wants to end homelessness in the UK within the next 5 years. And that seems really, really like a really, really grand ambition. So what do you think about this? Are you convinced by Prince William's war on homelessness? Do you believe it? I mean, I'll believe it when I see it. Yeah, Ian Bowden. I love doom and gloom and doom topics. Okay. McLaren, yeah, South Wales. Is that what it is? Yeah, Martin Ryder, Newport, Rhode Island. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, the prince is David Mayer. The prince looks just like his dad. We're not talking about Harry now. We're talking about Prince William. This is a picture of Prince William. This is what he looks like. How old? He must be about 40 now, mustn't he? I think he's about 40 now, isn't he? Anyway, that's a picture of Prince William. That's him there, and he looks he looks like one of those sports presenters, doesn't he? That's what he looks like. He looks a bit like, what was his name? Frank Boff, the BBC sports presenter. He looks like somebody like that. But anyway, Prince William is war on homelessness. It's been in the news today, and basically, get over there a minute. So what's it all about? What's it all about, Alfie? Basically, what it's about: Prince William and former Spice Girl Jerry Halliwell hugged as they visited a school to launch the Royals project to end homelessness. Now, that's a bit of a sweeping promise, isn't it? To end homelessness. Homelessness has been around since time began. I mean, to simply end it in 5 years. Anyway, the 5-year program named Homewards will concentrate on 6 areas, one of which is Newport. The singer is joined by Prince of Wales. Okay. So anyway, Prince William said during his visit, he believes everyone should have a safe and secure home, and that he wants to end homelessness. I firmly believe that by working together, it is possible to make homelessness rare, brief, and unrepeated. And I am very much looking forward to working with our 6 locations to make our ambition a reality. At the school, the impact of homelessness on families was examined, and anyway, so basically, here we go. So anyway, I mean, make it, curing homelessness across the country in 5 years. Oh, come on, is that even possible? Is that really possible? What do you think? Game bound, Kate looked bad in a tennis game. No, that's I wasn't expecting that one. Yeah, Martin Ryder kicked the dinghy divers out of the hotels, and how's the homeless? But are the homeless? Are they all angels? Are they? They may be British, but are they angels? Are they really, really angels? Yeah. Bobby Crush, Prince William opened another brand new housing estate for legal. Well, it's Matthew Cartwright. Why are all the big issue sellers Romanian? Are they? They weren't. They weren't. Is that the way they are now? They weren't a few years ago. Now the thing about the big issue salesmen, I mean, the ones I've come across are British. For the British Isles. Even though I don't see too many of them around these days, maybe because I don't bother going shopping in the high streets anymore. I don't really go there anymore. But the big issue, I mean, that crappy magazine to help homeless people, it's a load of bollocks. It's a lot of those big issue salesmen. A lot of them have criminal records. I mean, if you actually seen a big issue salesman, and you see him, he's saying big issue, mate, big issue, and you looked at this person, you thought to yourself, there's the bastard who burgled my house 4 years ago. I mean, how would you react to that? Bobby Crush, it's a cover to build houses for immigrants. Now it's all right, okay. Now it's interesting that you should say that, Bobby, because in the same article, further on from the same article, yeah. In the same article, okay. At Hill Street, that's this place in Newport, the Prince chatted with tenants about the difference the scheme had made to their lives. Mohammed Karif, bracket, 50, originally from Sudan, came to the UK in 2016. He lived under a Newport bridge for 2 years before moving into homeless accommodation last year. And here's a picture of Mohammed from Sudan. Okay, there you go. Do I personally have any comment to make about that? Bobby Crush has already said what I'm thinking, basically. Kiki and Jasmine, not a chance. Homelessness will always exist. Yeah, absolutely. Yours Travels, not a chance he can end homelessness. We can't even house hard-working Brits anymore. Okay, fair enough. Seaside Freddy, California to spend 12 billion on the homeless with no end in sight. Okay. Let's see. Mark, ever eat Jawbreakers candy? Those could crack it. Oh, not for me, mate. Not for me. I'd stay clear of that sort of stuff. Definitely. Moto, Kenny, get rid of the welfare and the homeless problem solves itself. I mean, we live in a country where people, it's a massive issue. It's not of seeing lots of homeless people around, whether they're from other countries or they're homegrown British homeless. It's not just a matter of seeing them all and picking them all off the street and saying, right, we're going to give you a roof over your head. Because if you did that, do you think that would solve the problem? I hope that whatever the Prince is doing, or whatever his trust is doing, or whatever it's doing, this 5-year scheme, I hope they are tackling the root causes of homelessness. And the root cause of homelessness is, and I don't like to say this, but it's probably true, drugs and booze. That's probably it. When you see homeless people there, these people, a lot of these people, not all of them, there are some genuinely sad cases, but a lot of these people, have the opportunity, because we have the benefit system in this country to put a roof over their head, and yet rather than pay rent and put food on the table, they choose drugs and booze. Basically, that's why a lot of them are homeless. Toby Price, the royal family have enough rooms in their castle to house a few people. Yeah. Yeah, Brian Street, about time we can put the evidence up, bring it on. Okay. Gemini Star, Prince William was 41 years old. God almighty. I remember when he was born. This is like last week. How old am I? Jesus, God almighty. Ian Bowden, I bet the homeless will remain sleeping in shop doorways opposite Windsor Castle, despite what this guy says. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Paul Hoskin. Yeah, Paul Hoskin. Did you hear the cost? 106,000 for each migrant. That is dreadful. That is dreadful. Martin Ryder, the Roma gypsies have sabotaged the big issue. Oh, Jesus Christ. Gordy, looking good, steady Eddie. You lost weight not drinking. Okay, thank you. Thank you for that anyway. Thank you. I mean, the thing is, I don't like to be cruel. I mean, I feel sorry for it, especially in the cold winter when these people are sleeping in doorways. But it's down to strength of personality. And the fact is that some personalities are stronger than others. I've been through bloody hard times. I've been through some terrible times in my youth. I've never been homeless because I know the principles of putting a roof over your head and putting food on the table. I mean, the thing is, a lot of these homeless people, if you were to suddenly miraculously wave a magic wand and put a roof over their head and give them enough benefit, or give them a job, where they could go and earn money for food and bills. Before that food and bills was purchased, that they'd be going to their local drug dealer to get their weekly supply. That's the reality of it. I hope the prince, he teaches, part of this is to teach people why they are homeless, and to get off the drugs and the booze. That's what they bloody need to do more than anything. Yes, Travels. William looks like his dad, and Harry looks like his dad. They both look totally different from each other. Life Utopia. I live in Brighton. Lots of homeless people there, but most seem content to just beg money so they can get off their heads on drugs and super tens. Yeah, I lived in Brighton in the early 90s. It was a cool town. It was one of my stop-off points for about 18 months or whatever. And yeah, I always thought Brighton, I grew up thinking Brighton was this exotic place on the south coast, and it was well-to-do and all. I couldn't believe you couldn't walk through the bloody town centre without some skank. And it was always English people. It wasn't foreigners or immigrants. It was white English people. We're often with better accents than I have, more well-spoken than I am. It always wanted you to spare some change. And they were on all the bloody drugs imaginable. And that was about 30 years ago. So people begging for money and all this, it's nothing new. Yeah. AJ Newport, tough town, South Wales. Okay. But Sean Harris, there are many that like that type of lifestyle. Absolutely. I've seen this. I was sitting in my car once outside Tesco's, and I seen this old lady going into a homeless man who was camped outside Tesco, and she offered him a sandwich. And I didn't actually hear the total conversation, but he rejected it. He wanted money instead. Yeah, Martin Ryder, 1 million migrants each year creating a housing crisis. Well, David Mayer, I think they're sincere, but they have a hard nut to crack. You think Prince William's sincere? He might be, but let's if you're gonna solve every problem, any problem, get to the root cause of it. And as far as I'm concerned, I've been around the homeless. I've met many of them, and I know the script. And some of them, especially like young teenagers, are very, very sad play. They've had sad lives. I led a sad life once, but I always had me bloody head screwed on. I knew that I had to. I looked after myself at a very, very early age. I never actually, I never thought anyone owed me anything. These people who come to me in the street want money from me. I don't owe them anything, and I never ever thought anyone would owe me anything either. Let's see. Bobby Crush. Yeah, Bobby Crush looks like Newport. We have a new arrivals in their town in huge numbers then. Okay. Seaside Freddy, Lindt peppermint, white chocolate truffles. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Sounds nice. Paul Hoskin, there's lots of room in Buckingham Palace. Well, Michael Fagan got in, didn't he? Yeah. Martin Ryder, are the illegal migrants angels? Probably not, no. Yeah. Bobby Crush, England for the English. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, Clive, we'll always be homeless. There's some lot to get into trouble, to get banged up for a while. Not all, obviously, but there are some hardcore homeless. I mean, some of these people are organized. But I've actually met some of these homeless people who are homeless because of their own fault. And I'm sorry that I don't like to use this phrase, but some of them are sly bastards. They are sly bastards. You know what I mean? If you give these people a helping hand, they will take advantage and they'll just try and milk you. But I've honestly got no sympathy. A lot of the ones I've met, I've no sympathy for them whatsoever. Absolutely none whatsoever. Tampa guy, war on homelessness. Buckingham Palace has 1,000 bedrooms. I just entered homelessness. Okay. David R, nice to hear from you, David. Nice to hear from you. David R has been on my live streams a few times. David R has lost a lot of weight. He lost a lot of weight, so good luck to him. I haven't lost a lot of weight, but David R, he has. Good luck to him anyway. I'm sure he's feeling all the healthier for about 3.5 stone. David's lost right now. David Andrew, Prince William today said he will donate £3 million to stop homelessness in the UK. A drop in the ocean for someone who is privileged. Yeah, well, isn't it that old biblical story about the businessman who gives a lot of money, but the pauper who gives a tiny amount of money to a charity or whatever, and the pauper actually gives more, as Jesus said, something like that. One of those biblical stories. These people are bloody billionaires. 3 million sod all to them. David Mayer, the angels were out killing the firstborn in Egypt. Are they real? Oh no, it sounds like a shout of bastards to me. Yeah. Sean Harris, I'm aware of one guy that sleeps in a cave on Shanklin Beach, wanders around like a long-bearded backpacker. I do think he must have money, though, just likes for the lifestyle. Okay. Ian Barn, big issue sellers near me all look Syrian or Romanian or Albanian. Oh, sorry, YouTube, for being unpolitically correct. Is that are they not the big issues where sellers where I live? But I wouldn't give to any of them. I wouldn't give to any of them personally. I mean, because a lot of them are bloody criminal records. Never mind selling a big issue. Some stupid. Have you ever seen a copy of the big issue? I mean, I've seen one once, and what a load of claptrap. I mean, buy a proper magazine. Don't worry about that rubbish. Yeah, Bobby Crush, a Romanian gypsy outside Tesco, said to me, big issue, out the homeless. I said, you're a gypsy, you're supposed to be homeless. Very good, very good. Matthew Cartwright, this country's like, okay, fair enough. Martin Ryder, Seiko keep calling me up begging to rent my house. Oh, Jesus, God almighty. Bobby Crush Mohammed, your mum is your neighbour. Okay. Stephen James, drugs, booze, exactly. Okay, fair enough. I mean, teach them to get off that sort of stuff, and teach them managing money. As soon as they go down the road of drugs and booze, they're not going to have any money, and that's why they haven't got a home. And that's basically the gist of it. Stephen West, all the staff at my local housing office are African. Are they really? Well, obviously, I probably I live in Devon, so we haven't actually got we're still predominantly white, but they're as bad as anyone. The whites, I mean. Bobby Crush, they're begging outside every supermarket around here. David Mayer, most homeless are mentally ill. No, I don't accept that. I don't accept that. There may be a tiny minority of them, mate. But I mean, somebody who's never managed, somebody who comes from a reasonable background where he has the potential to go and get a job and get us home and put a roof over his head and put food on the table. Someone who has the opportunities to do that. But he's never ever had any discipline with money, and he likes drugs and booze, and he squanders all his money, gets kicked out of his property, and ends up homelessness. That person is not mentally ill. He's just a dickhead. That's what he is. So maybe a few of them are mentally ill, but a lot of them are just scabby bastards, dickheads who would rather squander the money and then come crying to the rest of us. Ian Bowden, maybe many more homeless in coming months due to the high interest rates. Now, that's something I would have sympathy for. You know, I would have sympathy for that, definitely. Where are all these bloody flies coming from? I left the window open and loads of flies have come on. Where the hell have they come from? Martin Ryder, the reason why the big issue was controlled by Eastern Europe is there was a loophole that the foreign self-employed could come here on a work visa. Really, I didn't know that. Well, Romania's in Europe now, isn't it? Oh, well, although we're not in Europe anymore, apparently. Seaside Freddy in San Francisco, lots of homeless zombies whacked out. Yeah, okay. Gemini Star. Yeah, I've heard that myself as well. Stephen West, some of the homeless are ex-military. I would think, I'm not going to get into that, but I think a minority. I think a minority. And I feel very, very sad for them. Don't get me wrong. London cab, Thailand. Some of them big issue sellers get very, yeah, absolutely, yeah, bollocks to them. Tell them to go and wipe their ass with the big issue. Bobby Crush, mass repatriation is the only answer. Mass repatriation is the only answer. Okay, fair enough. Brian Street, there's always something to take our eye off the ball. Okay, fair enough. Let's see. Martin Ryder is leaving us. Wine o'clock. Have a great week. Martin Ryder is going for wine. Okay, good for you anyway. Nice of you to come along, Martin. Anyway, always nice of you to be here. Cheers. Anyway, let's see. Bobby Crush, I'm sick to death of it. Okay. John Mitch, Finland has eliminated homelessness for everyone. UK has eliminated homelessness for illegal immigrants. That's interesting, isn't it? That's well put, mate. Anyway, well put. We could learn a lot from places like Finland. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you know. Told Fairban. Hi Eddie. Hope you're well. Okay, nice to hear from you. Toby Price. In Thailand, the people have no food or their roof is leaking. Local people will go and assist. It's the Thai way. It was the same when I was young in Scotland. We need to go back to those days. Okay, fair, fair do. Yeah, fair do. But I don't know. I mean, it just seems to me that the problem with drugs and booze is just widespread now. It's especially the D's. It's so widespread now. I mean, you need to. I've met a lot of these people, and I know what they're well organized in there. And they're well versed in what they say and how they try and scam you for money. Yeah. Ian Bowden, I only really have sympathy for any homeless person that has been in our military and have been left to rot by our thankless state. Okay, well said, mate. Well said. Sean Harris, I think it's more of a PR thing to make the Royals seem benevolent and integrate themselves to the public. Okay, fair enough. Okay, Matthew Carter, white English homelessness may be a problem, but they're our problem. They're our problem. So guy from Sudan is not our problem. They can do one. Okay, fair enough. Kiki and Jasmine. Daniel Craig spent 4 years homeless in Hyde Park during drama school because he couldn't afford rent in London. Absolute respect for that guy. Anyone that overcomes adversity is my respect. Okay, good for Daniel Craig, and he was an absolutely wonderful James Bond. He was a really, really great James Bond. He looked like a proper SAS man. Good for him anyway. Michael DiCaprio. I said, yeah, to be honest, do you miss Penny Lane? I lived in close to Penny Lane, and that is a really nice. That's not where I come from originally in Liverpool, but I lived in that area when I was a teenager for a brief while, and I can understand why Lennon had such affection for that area, because it is quite a very nice area, very nice area there. Citizen Mikey, you can't walk 5 minutes in Glasgow without someone asking you for money. It's the same where I live, mate. Yeah. Ian Bound, if I could know 100% that a beggar fought for Britain, then I'd be more than happy to buy them a slap-off meal at the very least. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Very nicely said. Let's see. Yeah, Bobby Crust, don't blame the victim. There's more than enough houses in England for the English. No Englishman should be sleeping in the shop doorway. Okay, fair enough. Mark Ollig, I wonder the number of British homeless war veterans there are. Gulf War, Bosnia War, Operation Desert Fox, Afghanistan, Iraq. Many homeless war vets here in the USA. This should not be. But I agree with you. I mean, it's absolutely scandalous. I mean, if they're going to fight for the country, they should be given all the help possible, or all the help possible. So anyway, so are you convinced by Prince William's war on homelessness? I'll believe it when I see it. I will believe it when I see it. In 5 years, there's going to be no homeless in Britain. I'll believe that when I see it. Absolutely. Yours travels. I lived in my camper van for 3 months and travelled all the UK. The abuse fan life is get for wild camping. Okay, I believe it. That sounds like a really good fun alternative lifestyle. I wouldn't mind doing that. Yeah, GA. I love how Ed has said 5,000 times he will cross that bridge when he comes to it. Just admit you'll fall back into the booze. You're milking yourself, unfortunately. You're entitled to your opinion. You're entitled to your opinion. I don't think I've said that. I don't think I've actually said it 5,000 times, but not far off it. Bobby Crush, we need to rebuild the asylums. We need to rebuild the asylums. Keep people locked after indoors for a while. Get them back on their feet and be yeah, workhouses. How about workhouses? Like Oliver Twist, as in Charles Dickens, workhouses for the asylum seekers. Workhouses for the illegal immigrants. Now there's an idea. Yeah, that'd be imagine young Muhammad, during Jordan feeding time, young Muhammad, going up to the chef and saying, "Please, sir, I want some more." Yeah, that'd be funny, wouldn't it? Okay, Harry Horton, I had the higher interest rates at the better feel back in the 1980s. Interest rates were at 14%. Oh, it's all turned to shite, mate. It's all turned to shite. Ian Bowden. Ian Bowden. My dad inspired me to never borrow money and to save loads and spend a little. He also put it home to me at 17 to pay into a pension scheme. I've been lucky though. I've always had a good dad. Well, good, good for you. Some of us didn't, but yeah, good for you. That's really good. Good for you. Mark, I look exactly what I told my kids. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, only spend what you can afford. If you can't afford something, then don't buy it. Unfortunately, I mean, in the southwest of England where I live, that is the most debt-ridden part of the country because it's actually a lowly paid part of the country. But you still see young people going around in flash cars and whatever cars they drive in this day and age. Lots of debt around. What's this? Sean Harris. Ed, if you could have any superpower, what would it be? Well, right now I'd be a fly swatter. I'd be a bloody fly swatter. That's what I'd be. If I was a superhero, I would be known as Exciting Eddie. That's what I'd be known as. Yeah, it's exciting Eddie the fly swatter. Bobby Crush. They're talking about housing illegal immigrants in barges. If I was down to me, I'd house them in a Titanic, so give them one each, okay? Okay, Harry Horton. If you cannot afford it, don't buy it. That's what I say to my daughter. Absolutely. Well, man, I've always been fairly frugal with money, even though, like, I come from a poor background. I've always been frugal with money. I've never been a spendthrift person. And yeah, I know people who can't keep money. Some people spend it before they've got it. I've never been, piddle your money up against the wall type of person. I've never been like that. And that's why I can always save money to travel. Never had a problem with it. Let's see. We're not actually doing a phone into tonight because I'm going to finish pretty soon. I'm not 100% now. I think we're just going to do 1.5 hours. Earlier on, I'm going to be on tomorrow night, so I've left the phone on all night, all night. So you'll be welcome to phone in tomorrow evening, but not tonight. I'm going to finish in another 5-10 minutes or whatever. Yeah, Mark Oleg. Prince William needs to spend a few nights sleeping on the street so he understands it better. Well, yeah, he could. I'm sure some celebrities have probably done that. For an experiment, but yeah, okay, it may be a good experiment, but at the end of the day, he still knows sooner or later he's going to be back to his castle. Bart Simpson watched The Day Hunter last night. Yeah, absolutely great movie. GA, low Ed attributing Lana Del Rey's fat gain to carbohydrates. Your nutritional knowledge is shocking. You didn't get a beast on carbohydrates. It was animal products laden with fat, hormones, protein, and oil. You sound pretty angry, mate. Chill out, mate. Chill out. You know, I still wouldn't say no to her. Good looking girl, you know what I mean? But I wouldn't get me knickers in a twist over, carbohydrates. Did I use the word carbohydrates? Oh, I do apologize. Carbohydrates. How dare I use that word? Sorry if it offended you. You know what I mean? Oh God Almighty, chill out, man. Gemini Star, stop immigration. That will solve the homeless problem. Well, I don't think it's as simple as that. Yeah, let's see. Mark Ollie, Eddie, waiting for the 2023 sci-fi movie, The Creator, to become available. Trailer is on YouTube. Looks pretty good. Yeah, okay, I'll go with that. I'll go with that. Any good science fiction movie, definitely. I love a bloody good sci-fi movie. I wouldn't mind seeing that, definitely. It's called The Creator. I watched an old fake, the Will Smith one, I, Robot. That's bloody good. I still don't quite get the ending. I think it's a little bit vague, the ending, but I, Robot's an excellent movie. But The Creator, I'll have a look out for that one. Wayne Ritchie, hi Eddie, how are you doing today? I just tuned in. What did I miss? Oh, we've been talking about Lana Del Rey putting weight on. We've been talking about weight loss drugs, and we've been talking about Prince William, changing the world and all that kind of stuff. Nice to hear from you anyway. Yeah, Sean Harris. My dad used to say, son, it's not what you earn, it's how you spend it. Okay, cheers. Rent boy, you're in the southwest, Dad. Me too. Maybe we can meet up and you can let me call you daddy. You can bugger off. Let's see. Let me see now. Okay. Oh, Nick Ross is here. Nice to hear from you, Nick Ross. I haven't heard from Nick Ross for a while. He's learned how to write in lowercase. Uh, the whole of the royal family are the descendants of the Norman invaders and should be cast out into the wilderness. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Seaside Freddy, my credit cards are all paid down. I'm rich. Okay. Bobby Crush, as my dad always said to me, if you can't afford it, stick it in your skyrocket and work. That's probably not recommended, mate. Sean Harris, the trouble with youngsters is they never use cash, so I've no idea how much they're spending. Now, there's a thing for you. There is a bit of truth in that. Now, I was always a cash person up until a few years ago. I would pay anything cash, even a big bill, a big mechanic's bill, even my car insurance. And it wasn't that many years ago that I was still paying my car insurance in cash at the local insurance brokers. I was always a very, very much cash. But then I learned the credit cards, and credit cards can be really, really good if you don't mismanage them. Credit cards be very, very convenient. But the thing is, a lot of people mismanage credit cards. They spend far more and they end up getting it massively in debt. That's a problem with them. Also, with credit cards, you tend to spend more than you would do otherwise if it was cash. Even I'm guilty of that. I mean, I went online on Asda the other week and thought, well, I don't drink now, so there's not going to be any booze, so it's going to be a significantly cheaper shop. It still worked out 120 quid, and I still probably bought some things that I didn't need. So you do with a credit card. With a credit card, you do end up spending more. Yeah, David Coleman, Eddie, I got the job done with no need for the blue pill. Oh, good. Oh, good for you, mate. Good for you, mate. Oh, good for you. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you know, I better stand up for you. You know, that's a big round of applause for that. David Coleman is 66 years of age, and he rises to the occasion. Good for him. Good for him. Good for him. Ian Barton, I have a credit card, but for one reason only, to be able to rent a car when on holiday. Okay, good for you, mate. Good for you. Mark Hollick, I did a lot of DIY home rehabbing back in the 1980s. Sounds good. Sounds good, mate. Sounds good. Rent boy, whatever. Okay. Okay, so anyway, we've waffled on it. Mark Hollick, I Robot, good, bloody good movie. A really, really good movie. That I really enjoy. I've seen it about 3 times now. Sean Harris, Ed, did you ever watch any Video Nasties when you were around? No, I was doing other things then. I never actually watched that many, but I think I've seen a couple of those movies, and yeah, I thought they were a bit pathetic, really. Yeah, Nick Ross, quite similar to Cure the Homelessness. Ban people owning more than one dwelling and ban all foreign ownership. All buy to let and air brand. Oh, okay, that's a suggestion. A suggestion. Yeah. Bobby Crush, worst horror movies I ever saw were Lisa Dale's holiday videos. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to finish this one off on a very, 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 very lighter note. Okay. I'm going to finish this one off on a very, very light. Funny enough, this was a question from Ian Bowden. Let's see where is it now? Okay, it was sort of like a question from Ian Bowden. He suggested something like this. The question is, it goes something like this. There you go. How about this? Ian Bowden, it's a question something like this. It's a good question. In what way has social media helped your life? I mean, Ian mentioned something about has social media helped you to give up drinking? In a way, it has aided it in a little bit. It's aided it a little bit because simply because it was the feedback from you guys. I mean, I've met people, actually met people who I've known from social media when I'm traveling, and they've often said, you clearly drink too much. I've seen you on your live stream, you drink too much. So it probably did help me to cut out the booze. So anyway, David Mayer, fun time, Ed, okay? Yeah, let's see. Okay, yeah, Mark, I was 16 and the friend is 50 plus. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, Nick Ross, social media does nothing for me as I get banned for my comments all the time. Well, not on this show, you don't. You made some bloody terrible comments on my channel, but I still haven't banned you. Social media does not, it doesn't get banned. I think people who ban you, like are probably bloody wimps. They can't take criticism. One thing about being on social media, being on YouTube, stuff like this, is that you have to be able to take criticism. If you can't take, and there are some YouTubers out there who simply cannot take criticism. And if you can't take criticism, then you shouldn't be doing this. Trolling is one thing, taking criticism is something else. Yeah, Brian Street, help connect to people around the world. Okay, yeah, absolutely. Seaside Freddy, drink too much compared to what? Well, I did drink too much, and people on there, people pointed out. Paul Hoskin, has anyone ever gone to a class reunion? No, I wouldn't go to one of them. Yeah, Sean Harris. If not for social media, we probably wouldn't have found you, Ed. Okay, so you got social media to blame. Harry Horton, you helped me, Eddie, and I thank you for it. Easing up on the booze. Okay, that's terrific. Thank you, Harry. Thank you, Harry. Okay, good to hear it. Seaside Freddy, social media will swing the election evil. Okay. Charlie, I'm in Brazil and always get in touch with the naughty houses via WhatsApp. It's a good send. Okay, fair enough. I mean, mate, I'm a late comer to everything in life. I'm a late comer to social media, but now I couldn't live without it. I wouldn't be without it. Mark Owen, my first social media was chat rooms on dial-up BBS back in the early 1980s. Later, I got on ComputerServe and Prodigy. I mean, there was all kinds of stuff that I missed out. Wasn't there something called My Face or MySpace or come over MySpace or what, something like that? I missed out on all of those things. I never actually got around to using them. Sceneries. I think social media is great for being in touch with family living abroad. Absolutely. David Coleman. I only use my credit card to rent a car or get a hotel. Sometimes you just need one. Okay. Well, yeah, credit card does it for me. Clive, it helped me meet my present love of my life, but also I met the Thai ex-wife on it too. The story continues. Oh, well, sometimes you have to take the rough with the smooth. Sean Harris, when the pandemic was on, you kept us going. Okay, yeah, okay. And some people have said very, very kind words about that, and I do. I really, really do appreciate that. Mark Alec, yes, I was shocked how everyone got so old. I was still 18. Yes. Some people, I don't know. Some people who go down the social club. There's people I know who go to the local social club who are younger than me, and I just think that I'm too young for that sort of place. I wouldn't go to it. I wouldn't go to I wouldn't go to a class reunion. Let the past be the past. Nick Ross, social media helps shut down lots of bars in Thailand. A good thing. The girls no longer need a middleman. Fair enough, fair comment. London Cab Thailand. I think most YouTubers work really hard. They have to. They have to. I mean, it's a tough nut to crack. And if you don't work hard, then you don't get anywhere really. And it's YouTube is hard work. I mean, if you don't believe me, then give it a try. It doesn't come easy. Mark Olive, MySpace. Yeah, I missed out on all of that. I don't know what I was doing. I just never caught on to social media. Lots of people were doing stuff like that, and I just never got around to it. David Mayer, social media might be your new booze. Yeah, maybe. I mean, but social media definitely helped me, to kick the booze, simply because, the feedback from people. And when I put out a couple of videos about my alcoholism, or supposed alcoholism, the feedback I got from people was absolutely really touching and heartwarming. Mister, my first internet comment caused me once embarrassment. Well, tell us about it then. We want to hear it. Ian Bowden, I have a big laugh on WhatsApp group chats when I'm bored. I mean, it's if you're on the right Facebook group, you can also have a bloody good laugh when somebody puts something controversial on there. Them, it can have its good and bad. Social media can be wonderful, but sometimes it can get on your bloody nerves as well. David Coleman, the internet is great for me to keep in touch with relatives in the UK. Okay, anyway, yours travels. I'm going to finish this in a minute because we've been on for an hour and 42 minutes. Yours travels. WhatsApp and Line are great. Thai friendly and Tinder are great for single guys traveling Thailand. My first trip, I met so many genuine girls around Thailand. Do you know what? I've never ever used any of them in Thailand or anywhere in Southeast. I just haven't used any of them. I know I said I was going to do it last time, but to be honest, I've never actually got around to using any of them. Ian Bowden, to be honest, YouTube keeps me entertained and informed immensely about travel, for instance. Okay, absolutely. So anyway, I'm going to finish now anyway because I'm tired. It's late at night anyway. It's late at night, and I'm going to crash out pretty soon anyway. Listen, guys, sorry if I missed a phone calls tonight, but if you're going to phone in, try and phone in a little bit earlier in the stream because obviously when I'm getting towards the end of the stream, I'm too tired to talk. I mean, really, I'm really too tired to talk. So anyway, I'm going to call it a night. Listen, guys, I'll be back tomorrow at 9 o'clock. We'll have more stuff to talk about. Thanks everybody for coming along tonight. I'll open the phone tomorrow, but if anyone wants a phone, try and phone a teensy bit earlier anyway. So I'm going to say good night. Have a great Tuesday. I'll see you tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Have a great day. Keep safe and I'm tired. I can't even bloody talk. I'm tired at the end of it. I want to go to sleep. I'm going to have some soup with toast, a couple of cold drinks, watch a bit of TV for half an hour, and then go to sleep. God bless you all. See you tomorrow. Cheers.